Hello, everybody. Uh, yeah, I think I'm pretty punctual. 7 o'clock. Yes. Um, I'm meeting all of you for a long time. Is there anybody online? I think there are. Just say, gives me thumbs ups and comments so that you can see me and hear me. Then we'll know we are online. Sometimes it's late to plug on. Deshopriyo, come on, Achudemi. Superb. 100-meter race always Deshopriyo is first. Amazing. Nobonita, hello, Shumir, Apurbo. There's so many people. Fantastic. Onekdin par we're meeting after a long time. Hi Sharda, hi Samir, hi Aditya, Ishita, Urijit, Rinki. I'm taking the names now so that later on Devojit, later on time name. Today is a very special thing for me. This Adda was supposed to happen 3 weeks back, but my esteemed guest fell unwell. What unwell we will not say, but he was unwell. But now he's up and about. Hi Jaya. Hi, that's Jaya Kumar, of course, I know her. So many people, Durga, Moshmi, fantastic. Okay. Yeah, they should proceed after 13 days, that's true. So Dhritiman Mukherjee is probably one of the most incredible human beings I have met. His accomplishments, we will all know. You can wiki search, Wikipedia, one of the great naturalists, conservationists, photographers of international repute and all that. But for me, he's special because he was my fellow traveler in 100 Days in Himalayas. And you have to understand that this incredible trip that happened, I saw with the help of his eyes, because it's his area, it was his terrain. And I just thought I will share with you people, to understand what goes behind the mind of a world-class photographer, naturalist, conservationist. What is it? Is it about the equipment, or is it about something else? And of course, we are very, very proud that one of his very beautiful photographs now is very much in talked by BBC. We'll talk about that. But I think to welcome him, I want to sing 4 lines. I usually don't sing in my addas, as you can know by that now. I think only during Shreya and Swan and Light sang a bit, but I don't usually do that. But I think this is important because this song, which is, of course, written by my very, very famous Guldar Sahab, best describes the spirit of Dhritiman Mukherjee. This is a song from Parichay. मुसाफिर हूँ यारो, ना घर है ना ठिकाना, मुझे चलते जाना है, बस चलते जाना. And the words have never been so truer than Dhritiman Mukherjee. We'll do it in a filmy style. Please welcome Dhritiman Mukherjee here. Dhritiman, I mean, complete Kochi, the rest of Stan. एक राह रुक गई तो और जुड़ गई, मैं मुड़ा तो साथ साथ राह मुड़ गई, हवा के परों पर मेरा आशियाना, मुसाफिर हूँ यारो, ना घर है ना ठिकाना, मुझे चलते जाना है, बस चलते जाना. Welcome, Dhritiman, to Adda. This is
your song reminds me of our 100 days.
Yes.
We just went back.
Absolutely. What amazing day. You have to understand, friends who are out here, that a beautiful sunset, and I'm sitting down quietly, and listening to some birds chirp, and you're in a tent, and suddenly Dhritiman, who's a huge Kumar Sanu fan, will start singing कुछ न कहो and I think Dhriti थोड़ा बंद कर दे यार थोड़ा ये तो मैं दिन रात सुनता रहता हूँ बॉम्बे में. Can I hear some birds? But that's the life of Dhritiman. He loves music, he loves singing. In fact, a lot of that we'll discover today because we know only one side of Dhritiman, but I've seen lots of sides of Dhritiman. But more importantly, I just want to say before I throw open the forum to Dhritiman that this is an entirely self-made man who loves his craft and who does not wait for. I would say he doesn't wait for even a thumbs up from anybody. 100 days in Himalayas, how much I ate his head कि भाई थोड़ा Instagram में photo दे दे, थोड़ा Facebook में दे दे. And that's the beauty. He's one of the rare people who doesn't want to share his photographs with anybody because he's shy, he's all those things. But I'm happy in the last 1 year I'm seeing Dhritiman slightly more active. Dhriti, welcome to Adda. I just want to start this Adda with a beautiful photograph of yours, which a lot of people are talking about, and especially BBC is talking about. And this is this photograph. Can you talk a little bit about what this photograph is about and why is it so special?
Oh, so this one is from Chambol, and this photo is of gharial, so which is a critically endangered species. And generally, I work on a lot of subjects, but particularly I love to work on those rare or who are in a bad shape. So that those kind of species I love to work. The reason is simple because they need our attention. I mean, you can take photos of anything and everything. So now so many things are there. So I set the priority as the species which needs more attention from us. So that way, it is a critically endangered species, and the number of gharials are very not many now. I mean, it is improving for sure, but there are a lot of threats. So, and this photo is of a male gharial, and it is very interesting because gharials are generally very very shy, very shy. I mean, if they see any kind of threat or human being, they will go away. But during the breeding season, male generally one male actually do mating with 7-8 females. So the babies you are seeing, this is not from one female, it's from 7-8 females, and one male actually guards all the babies of those 7-8 females. And this time, especially the male becomes very very aggressive, so they don't escape actually. So if you go close to the river bank, so this is the bank of, at the bank of river Chambal, and if you go close, it will charge, and that is the beauty of natural world. The one animal which is very shy throughout the year, just for 1-2 months during the breeding season, becomes very aggressive, just to give safety to its babies, the young one. And that's why, in any case, when you see lots of babies of any species, that means they have more threat. The probability of survival is less. That's why you need more babies. So they have a lot of threats. So at least in the beginning, the male gives a lot of, they guard the babies, and this photo is about that. And this photo was selected as highly commended in BBC Wildlife Photographer of the Year this year. But
Wow.
I took this photo in 2017.
Awesome.
Yeah, but it is not important. I mean, I just I mention always that it's not about I got the award. It is important because this species now in the news, and now people get to know about it, and it is everywhere. So the good thing is, because it's BBC, so it's published in so many places all over the world. I mean, it's like at least 500 medias all over the world.
Wow.
So that's a good part. So
But
that's a goal.
we are from all middle class families, and yes, I can understand. But really love it when somebody gets an award here, and somebody we love if he gets an award. So ऐसा मत बोल कि it's not important. It is very very important, because if these photographs don't get awards, people don't get to see, and if people don't get to see, what you're trying to communicate through these photographs becomes limited. So I'm so happy. May you get more awards. There is another photograph that I want to share with with my audience. It's probably one of the very rare photographs where you are with the subject, and this is this photograph. This is a very special photograph. Dhriti, you want to talk about this photograph?
Yeah.
Baba Mat.
So,
Huh.
yeah. So, yeah. Anyone can see the similarities in the face also. So, yeah. So, those the most beautiful and amazing people in my life, because of whom actually I got to be in the nature. So, because so sometimes people, I mean, lot many people know the story that when I bought my first equipment, my whole house was sold. But I mean, sometimes people give credit to me that this guy sold his house. It's not true. They sold their house actually for me. So they in entire life they sacrificed everything for me
It's
only. So
amazing.
so that actually I had fun and they took the pain. So that's the gist.
Yeah.
And now you can imagine how are they. So I never saw more beautiful people than them actually. So they're
They must be very
uh,
happy that today you are doing what you're doing, and you enjoying what you're doing. And also, I'm sure
they are
that their
yeah.
parents, they, when people love and say that, Dhritiman ka photograph দেখেছি খুব ভাল লেগেছে, I'm sure as parents they feel very proud, and all over the world today they're talking about your photograph. So I think as parents, it's such a wonderful feeling.
But Antonu, I mean, one thing I definitely would like to mention, like whatever we did in our
Mm.
entire life, and when
Mm.
I look back,
Mm.
and it's a again, I mean, I in last few talk I told the same thing. I mean, the word to say same people will listen the same thing, but it is so important thing
Mm.
that
You believe
whatever
it.
I did,
Mm.
yeah, whatever I did, and when I look back, if I try to feel proud of myself,
Mhm.
then I realize that I am a result of the contribution of thousands of people. Everyone
That's
whom
true.
I was in touch, everyone contributed in my life, and I don't know anyone. This is a very another boring line of me. I use this every time. I want to tell myself again and again that the same thing, that I don't know anyone who did nothing for me. I don't know anyone. Everyone did something for me, and I am the result of those people's contribution. Then my credit becomes minimum. It becomes smaller to smallest. So when I look back, that so many people, like if you talk about the photos, so for Gharial, the forest department was there. I mean, forest department gave a huge support.
Mm.
Then for the snow leopard and other things, the local people who had like 20 years of experience, then I gave 20 days. So it's a result of 20 years of some unknown local people, local guy, and my unknown guys 20 days. So we
Mm.
ignore those 20 years. No? So this is not right actually. So
Mm.
all credit I get, it's like a 1% or 2% I can have definitely, but rest it should be distributed to all those people who did,
It's
and
it's it's a it's a
including you.
beautiful thought, beautiful ideology. But what happens is that unfortunately, I've spent 100 days with you, and I want to tell you that people help out, people uh, uh, participate in people when they are they are good storytellers, when they are good at the heart. That's when people come together. So, given the resources, everybody can't do what they're doing. Of course, it's a teamwork, but ultimately, there is that extra something. We keep on. Remember, you and me talked so much about R.D. Burman. That so many people had so many resources, but he had that. রাত্রির বেলায়, দিনের বেলায় মাংস ভাত বানানো, calling the musicians over. What is he doing? He's an orchestrator.
Yeah.
Everybody is doing what they're doing, but he's getting them together. I think that is why he's R.D. Burman, and that is why today, Dhritiman, you are where you are. Very interesting. Just share. I want to share a bunch of photographs from our 100 days with the audience here. This is a. Where was it, Dhriti?
This was in Jomsang, Nepal,
Nepal. Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah,
This was a
just below
particularly,
Muktinath.
yes, and beautiful, gorgeous day. I remember this. This was so beautiful. Then there is, oh yeah, this was
This
Everest
is
Base Camp.
Everest Base Camp,
Yeah. Uh,
and yeah,
this I want to actually say that this particular photograph which you just saw the Everest one, this one. So it's pretty much 3 times I've gone to Everest Base Camp. One, I walked all the way. This was a chopper flight, but it was one of the most clearest days I've ever seen. And I remember with the chopper, and there was an expert Swiss pilot who was taking us there, and we landed, and he said that you just exactly have 5 minutes, because it's rarefied air, high altitude. You have 5 minutes, do whatever you have to do, and just get out of there. And I remember Dhritiman was there. He was taking his photographs. I just couldn't believe the gorgeousness of the day. And Everest was right shining in front of it, and the history of mountaineering and everything. And that 5 minutes was a lifetime moment. And again, this was suddenly Dhritiman hates selfies, but this was such a beautiful moment there, and there was nobody else there because the only other person was the pilot who was inside the chopper. So Dhriti said, "Let's take a selfie," and this was such a wonderful photograph. Um, and this is also, I love this photograph. I'll enlarge this a bit. This was where Dhriti?
This is our first trip, no? So first Nubra, Nubra
Right.
Valley, Ladakh.
So I have the ukulele in my hand. You can see that in the shadow. And Dhritiman has his camera. Is that the camera, Dhriti?
Yeah, so I had the camera and I merged the camera in your silhouette body actually, so that
Beautiful.
I mean the big camera you can see, the small
Selfie,
camera with
yeah,
which
yeah,
I took the photo, that camera is merged in your body.
Hmm.
That's my camera, 600 lens.
Yeah. So here I am. I'm going to highlight this comment. Lipi says, "Why 5 minutes only?" Dhriti, do you want to explain to Lipi
Yeah,
why
y-
minutes?
yeah, because we were in Kathmandu and the altitude of Kathmandu is very less. So I think it will be around 4,000 feet or something. So we went to 18,700 or 800 meters, almost 19,000 feet. Sorry, 19,000 feet at the Everest Base Camp. It is not exactly the Everest Base Camp. It is a little higher of
Yeah,
Everest Base Camp
yeah,
because
yeah.
because we landed with a chopper.
Correct.
So you know, if you are going from 4,000 to 19,000, it is really challenging
For the
because
body.
of because of the air pressure reduces like it's less than half. So one cannot survive. I mean, it will be very daunting for health. So it is always suggested that don't stay for longer time.
Whereas when you're walking up or trekking up, then you can stay
Yeah.
there as long as possible because it has got enough time for the body.
Then also we maintain like a not max, I mean more than 3,000 feet a day.
True.
So even if you are trekking, so if you are going more, there is a chance that you will get altitude sickness and all.
Correct.
But here you think it's like 4,000 to 19,000 means it's like 15,000 feet gaining. So that is
Absolutely.
quite a lot.
Dhriti, here is a very interesting story, and this is I will ask Dhriti to talk about it. But one of the things which really struck me about Dhritiman was his relationship with animals and wild animals, and of course, I think Dhritiman's claim to fame for common people like us who don't understand as in depth about wildlife conservation as Dhritiman and his colleagues would know, was the fact that he's very famous photograph of the snow leopards. Because snow leopard is such a elusive animal, wild animal, therefore when Dhritiman captured them, and I'm so proud that when I went to Washington Museum in US, there in the middle of the museum with some of the world's best photograph was Dhritiman's photographs, and I said, "Arey bhaiya, ye to apna aadmi hai, main to uske sath tha." So the point is that there's a very beautiful story about Dhritiman and the snow leopard. In a sense, how did he capture those photographs? I'll just show you one, and then Dhritiman can. I'm talking about that story where you were in a hide. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that story. So I'm going to hide myself, and I'm going to make the story the hero, and Dhritiman can take over.
Yeah, so in one situation, actually, I photographed 7 different individual of snow leopards in different trips. This particular trip, it was it was taken in Ladakh, and I was in a hide for 8-9 days actually, and so I was in the hide, and this snow leopard was with a kill. So the routine of the snow leopard is like whole day it used to guard the kill, and if some this magpie or Himalayan red fox, if they come to scavenge his kill, it always chase them away. And I used to observe, and sometimes I used to take photos, and during the night the snow leopard used to eat. So most of the time there was some kind of movement, some kind of race. This guy used to do, and and most sometime, and while doing all these things, the snow leopard used to stare at my hide, because this guy couldn't see me because I was behind a camouflage, you know, uh, clothes and other things. But it has some suspect that someone was there.
This is
So
the
what
this is the
happened?
hide. This is the hide
This is
which
yeah,
Dhritiman is
this is
talking
the
about.
hide. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I used to stay here from the early morning to night, and what I felt like in 7-8 days, we had got a invisible relationship. It's like we are both are respectful with each other, because I am not coming out. It is having its skill. So, and it is also maintaining, the snow leopard was maintaining some distance with the hide. So it's like, it was like we both knew that someone, when it was there and I was there, and we had a respectful relationship uh, about our presence. What happened on the last day, yeah, about eighth or ninth day, just to check. I mean, if it's really a relation, I came out, and the snow leopards are so shy. So if they're super shy animal. So I came out, and we are very close. The snow leopard actually didn't escape. So that proved that he accepted me. Actually, he couldn't see me, but accepted, and he showed me his he showed me teeth, and showed me a little bit of anger. I mean, it's not an anger, kind of disturbance. And the photo you saw, na? The first photo, Shantanu, that you
I'll
showed.
go back there.
Uh,
I'll show that.
yeah, this one. Yeah,
This one.
this
Yeah.
one. No,
Yeah.
yeah, this
Yeah.
one. So you can see it is not happy that I came out, but it didn't escape. So that's a very big thing for me. And then slowly it moved away. So very slowly, very comfortably, it went away, which is very, very unnatural. Snow leopard, or any shy animal will not. The moment they will see people and anything, they will escape like anything. So that I learned that if we can be respectful with them in certain situation, it is possible to stay together. It's not difficult.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, there can be a respectful relationship and coexistence, for sure.
I remember when we were traveling, you and me, we often used to have discussions in the night about what's dangerous, what's not. Um, um, so I think a lot of people, and including me, there is a inherent fear about when we heard wildlife. Oh, Baba, a bug, bhalluk, elephant, snake. So, and I know, having spent 100 days with you, that you have a completely different perspective about what that word dangerous means, Dhriti. So let's show some photographs and the stories behind it, and why you think actually they are not dangerous. I will first pull up this photograph. I love this photograph, and tell me the story behind this.
Yeah, so I just want to give a little brief. So
Hmm.
basically, time also changed.
Hmm.
Long back, the so what we do generally, so we show wildlife photos to connect people. But at one point of time, this the
Hmm.
selling point was fear. Fear means, like, if we say the animal is very dangerous,
Hmm.
then it gives the the feel of thrill, and also it says that, for example, the photo you showed, the elephant is charging. Elephant is charging home. The elephant is charging me.
My
Elephant
God.
is not charging another elephant. It is
Uh,
not charging another elephant. So
it's
this
charging
photo
you.
charging me.
And
It
how
is
far are
coming
you from
because
the elephant?
I was in a jeep, so it was running
Okay.
behind my jeep.
Uh-huh.
But But this photo is not a proud photo, So whenever when I show this photo, this photo is an example of my mistakes and the wrong things I did. Because those times when I did that time, generally this kind of photos we used to, give credit. Like we've said, wow, an elephant is charging and the photographer is standing in front of it. So basically, we want to prove our,
Superiority.
ourselves, our bravery. So is this photo actually talking about my ego and the disrespectfulness with the animal? Because why it is running behind me? Because I was not respectful
Of his
about
space.
its personal space. So this photo actually is not talking about the elephant, not talking about the situation. This photo is talking about me, that how disrespectful I was and how immature I was. So it's a photo of mistakes. And so this kind of photo now I never will try. But you have to remember, if this elephant is charging another animal, then it's fine. So the thing is, your presence or my presence, it is important. If my presence is keeping any kind of impact on the ecosystem or the natural world, then it is not right. If they are doing it, I mean, like elephant charging rhino, it doesn't matter. It's their world, they are doing is fine. If it is charging me, that's wrong.
This
This
is
is
such
another
a
one.
this is
Yeah.
such a beautiful photograph, Dhriti. Oh my God.
So this is
What snake
another.
is this?
This is anaconda, and I photographed in
Anaconda. Oh my
Brazil.
God.
Yeah. So
Is,
and it was licking my camera. Uh,
what are you saying?
Yeah, and that is the point I want to say. So we saw the movie Anaconda,
Correct.
and what is the perception of the general people? Like when we say, "Now, wow," why we say wow for Anaconda, not for a deer? Because we have created one image of Anaconda that they are super dangerous,
Correct.
but the photo is telling they're super cool. Now I have two ways. In one case, I can tell this snake was so dangerous and so deadly. Then it will be proved like I was a damn macho guy, was standing in diving with the anaconda. It's a dangerous snake. But the truth is, the snake was a very cool snake, and it has no interest on me. It was a little bit inquisitive. It came to check that what is the new creature came in the swamp. The so
Correct.
so so the problem is we give bad names to certain animals just to prove ourselves bigger or better, or some so that becomes a selling point. So I definitely don't like that. I with those and with the help of these photos, I want to convey that these animals are actually very cool, peaceful, and they have their own interest. They are predators. They hunt, but they hunt their. We are not in their food chain. And this is the bull shark, which is considered as the most dangerous shark in the world. And actually, there is a confusion between two sharks: the bull and the great white shark, which we saw in Jaws movie. Again, we created an image of that shark, that it's a terribly dangerous shark. They are not actually. If you see the data, like sharks actually kill 25 to 30 people a year all over the world. Just think about the number,
Yeah.
25 to 30. बॉम्बे में एक्सीडेंट में इससे ज्यादा मरता है पर डे में, पर डे.
True.
This is the world figure per year, and we say them call them dangerous animal for us, and we kill 100 million sharks per year, 100 million sharks per
Amazing.
year. Now you compare. Now you talk about who are ferocious or dangerous or
True.
whatever you want to
True.
say.
True.
And this bull shark, you say this was like just 6 inches away from me.
6
6
inches.
inches.
I have
6
to.
inches.
I have to blow this up again. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is where, Dhriti? Where did you shoot this?
This is Pacific Ocean in Fiji.
Ah. This is another of your friends.
Yeah. So that what I was saying, that when sharks generally attack, they make mistakes. Like bull shark, they deal with murky water. They can't see. This is tiger shark. I like this. The situation here. You can see tiger sharks are considered as a third dangerous.
Okay.
So-called third dangerous shark. They're big shark, like double of my size. Okay, and you see, this shark also came to check me, that what I was. And
Okay.
what is interesting, you see, actually it was trying to close its eyelid. So it is more careful about its own safety. So when it came to check me, so it was thinking that if I am a predator or not. So it was actually trying to save his own eyes. So it was the moment it came very close to me, it closed its eyelid, and then after some time, it found that I was, absolutely, I was not a threat for them, and they were absolutely comfortable. Like I was surrounded by 5, 6 tiger shark, big size tiger shark, 15 feet, 14 feet tiger shark. They were around, and
You were not a threat to this shark, but later on I'll tell
no,
you what a big threat you were to my music in 100 Days in Himalayas. That we'll talk later. But another beautiful photograph that I'm going to share with. Uh, this is again from that same series, the Fiji.
yeah, this is Bahama actually. This is
Oh,
Bahamas.
okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
again the tiger shark. You can see the
Tiger
tiger
and
shark,
shark.
the
I will,
bigger
I will
size. Yeah,
solo it
tiger,
up there.
tiger. Yeah, you
Mm.
can see the stripes, na. It's a tiger
Ah,
like stripes, so
ah,
that's why it's called tiger.
just beautiful. This is so beautiful, Dhriti. Oh my God. It's just fantastic. We'll share one more. Yeah, this is a beautiful photograph. I love this. this is
Yeah.
this is a group.
So
This is like a family photograph. Yeah, correct.
yeah, so that's I sometimes I posted this photo and gave a caption
Hmm.
that the most dangerous animal on earth and a oceanic white tip shark. So people and
Brilliant, brilliant. Yes, we are clearly the most dangerous species in the world. Absolutely.
yeah, so this is oceanic white tip, which is again considered as the fourth dangerous in the list. So they generally do scavenging, lot of scavenging, surface feeder, but amazing shark, beautiful shark. So this is what I was telling that our goal is not to prove them dangerous. I mean, we can sail the so we have to the when we want to connect this natural world with the people, we have to have some selling point, but our selling point should be the knowledge, surprises, beauty, and the amazing moments happened in the nature. So those should be the selling point, not the fear or some false stories. So that's my overall point. So this photo is just like that. The crocodile. This is the American crocodile. The earlier photo was from Egypt, Red Sea. This photo is from Mexico, and this is American crocodile. And I was very close, not because I am a brave guy, because the crocodile was very cool. So no credit goes to me. The credit goes to the behavior of the animal and the situation. So that's why it allowed me so close and comfortable. And when I spent like actually 6 7 days there, so when the moment we realized that they're cool, or then only we went close. Otherwise, never. So that's very
Very
important.
important uh, part of the discussion where so Dhriti, I think what I understood from you was that lack of knowledge is really where the problem of fear resides. Uh, and as the knowledge keeps on increasing, that's when the fear starts going. And I think you told a very interesting example. I don't have the photograph here. There was a very famous photograph of yours of two tigers actually
Fighting.
fighting with each other. Now, it so happened that there were other photographers there also, and they all missed it. And Dhriti got the photograph. So I said, "Is that luck?" So Dhriti, in his all humility, says that yes, of course, luck, but it's also, and this is the point which is very important, and I want Dhriti to talk about it. Once you know an animal and its behavior, that's when you can start preempting and predicting what it will do. And it is at those moments of knowledge when you know what that animal will do, A, your fear goes away. Second, you're in a better position to take a photograph. Riti, can you elaborate on what I just said?
Yeah. So two things I want to. So what you said, now that knowledge and the fear. So so lot many people ask that when you go for like such uh, so-called dangerous animals. So what is your safeguard? So I always I trust it from my inside. I know it actually. So the best safeguard is your experience, knowledge, and respect. So these three things, if you have, you are done. So I want to substitute the word fear with respect. You don't need to fear an animal. You have to respect the animal. So
Wow.
with the moment you start respecting the animal, the situation and everything will be changed. And the second thing, the tiger story, what you are talking about, it is about the prediction and when prediction can happen. Like, how can I know that when you will be angry? I have to know it. Now that if I do this, Shantanu will get angry. So
Correct.
when the moment you study the animal, you observe the animal, you will get to know what the behavior, the pattern. Though in that situation, I can remember it is not only us, our driver, who is a very famous guide and fantastic naturalist. So his name is Selim from Ranthambore. And Aditya was also was me. Aditya Dicky Singh. I mean, everyone
Correct.
knows him. He's a fantastic photographer. He stays there. So we three were there. And very interestingly, when we reached that place, actually in the morning there was a fight. Fight, not fight. The that fight photo was between Machli, the female, very old female that time, and a sub-adult, 4 years old, very strong sub-adult, which is called star male, T28 tiger. So basically, T28 was, it was looking for, looking around to make its own territory. And in the morning, it actually, it was, the Machli had some kill, it was stolen by the male. So we were expecting something would happen in the evening. So we reached at 3:30 in that place, and we saw one tiger was lying on the ground, right side, one was on the left side, and on the road, like 10-15 vehicles were there. They were taking photos.
Okay.
So what we did, and we saw also, mainly it is because of Celine, that two trails actually going to a point ahead, like 150 meters ahead, it is meeting there. So there was a guess that they may, if they move, they will come there.
Yeah.
So what we did, we moved the vehicle. We didn't stop there. We just sacrificed those photos actually that they were lying and doing some activities. We thought, let's go for some interesting behavior. So we went there. We stopped there. And how long we stopped? Up to 5:20. So interesting situation was like from 3:15, 10-15 vehicles were taking photos of two tigers, and we were just sitting there doing nothing. 150 meters back, the two tigers were lying. And at 5:20, I can remember the time because
6 o'clock if the park closes, right?
Yeah, 6:30 that time. So
6:30,
5:21, they both moved very fast. They come in front of a jeep. They fought for 7 seconds. 7.
Oh God.
How I know? Because I took the first photo. I saw check the last photo. I saw the duration. I took 23 photographs in 7 seconds. Two photos were not sharp. Others 21 photos were sharp. And when they reached, before they, when they started fight, the other vehicles couldn't reach there in that time. So that's why they missed it.
Again,
and
prediction.
we got the images. Yeah.
Prediction.
So it is all about prediction.
Yeah. Talking about tigers, funny story is that now Dhritiman and me, part of 100 in Himalayas, have gone to Ranthambore. No, have gone to Jim Corbett National Park. And first day only, there is a tiger now sitting, sleeping in the middle of the road. So we are all very excited and taking photographs and all that. And it was afternoon, I still remember. And you can see my hairstyle. So 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, that tiger is lying down. Sometimes just moves, bats fly away, and again goes to sleep. After around 1 hour, 15 minutes, and my head is burning. I think, how long will she say, look, this is not in my control now. Now it is up to him. And that's when you realize, and we city people, we like to control things. Yaar, message kab aayega, restaurant kab book hoga, ye gaadi kab aayega, flight. We are controlling everything. As soon as you enter the jungle or a reserve forest, how nothing is in your control. Now you are controlled by the species that you come for. And that was a realization that I think the tiger was there for, I think, around 2 hours, right? Just lying down on the road, remember?
Yeah.
And then at the
moved.
magical moment, it started coming towards the water and we started reversing. Oh my God, this is just amazing. I just want to share one very beautiful story again that when the first time me and Dhritiman now for 100 days in Himalayas, we started this from Leh. So we landed in the Leh airport, and I love to tell this story. Dhriti gets a little embarrassed, but it's lovely to see him like that. Is that generally in an airport, and especially if a movie of mine has just come out and the songs have come out, a lot of people recognize, they come to me, they talk to me or take an autograph or something. When we have landed in Leh airport, and I see a lot of foreigners there, and everybody suddenly turns around, and there's a murmur in the airport, and I see all of them coming towards Sriti. And I said, what's happening? And I realized that he is there in that domain. He is the celebrity because for them, he's the guy who shot that elusive snow leopard. And it's such an amazing feeling to see that in the world of conservation and wildlife, especially from India, you have a superstar. And I think that's why superstars are important, because then what happens? People like you and me start listening to those stories, and it's so important to hear and listen to the stories. Um, Really, before I share with people a lovely story you told me about a baby seal, and we're going to share the photographs in Russia. Tell me one thing: what's a typical day like in office when you're in a hide waiting for a wild animal? Let's just snow leopard. What are you doing? You got up in the morning. Your your camera telescope is jutting out of the hide. You don't know when
Uh,
you'll show. What are you doing? Tell me about your life.
oh, it depends on the situation and the species, and
Mhm.
but when I'm in the hide, actually I think a lot. I try to observe the situation, and again, I another thing I want to mention that some people think that it's a lots of patience and it's a difficult thing. Uh, Again, I get credit for the patience. Again, I don't want to take it because this is my idea. Don't take it seriously. It's like patience is, I believe, like when you are doing something which you don't love to. So it is like you are waiting for something. You are like, but when I am in such situation, I am so happy, and it's like I am enjoying the time. So that way it is never a difficult time for me, or it's not patience or dedication. It's nothing, because it's like the time is going according to my wish, because I wanted to be there, I wanted to witness there. So one subject is not coming, but a lot of things are happening around. I learned a lot of things actually sitting in the hide. I don't know, I if I remember, I could have shared with the ducks story. I mean, some when I
Yeah,
photographed
yeah,
some
yeah,
ducks in
yeah,
Brahmaputra.
yeah.
So
You
they're
can, you can, you
sitting
can
in the hide.
Yes. Do I need to tell? See, every time you want to show a photograph, you can draw
Yeah,
imageries
yeah,
with your
yeah, yeah,
words. Do that. Tell them.
yeah, yeah. So I was, I mean, I was in a
Guys, hear
wetland.
this story. It's such a beautiful story.
So I was there for 14 days actually. So I was in a hide in the middle of one wetland, and I was trying to photograph some ducks, and the ducks were not coming close to the hide, and I was not getting, but I was observing, and every time I saw at 3 o'clock in the evening, all like 15,000 ducks were there. So they used to move in a particular place where a clear water and some water hyacinth were there. So every day I observed it, that every day at 3 o'clock they used to move. Then I changed my plan. I took out my hide, and I tied some water hyacinth on my head, and you know one day what I did at 1 o'clock I went in the water. Uh, I mean, like this level of water. Put my camera inside the water in the the water level, and put a lot of water hyacinths on me so that I was not visible. And that day
And
actually it
anyway,
worked.
just want to say when Dhritiman is in the water, he looks like a crocodile. So it's okay. He's part of the habitat. Yeah.
And it was winter, so very cold water, and like after 1.5 hours I was shivering, but the experience was so lovely. So finally at 3 o'clock, all the ducks actually they landed over my head. So I heard some unknown sounds of ducks which I never I mean, I had no idea about that, because see, they were so close, like landing from here. I got a lot of droppings, potties from the birds, and you know uh, the wing sound, and they landed all over. So I was just surrounded by the ducks, and luckily they couldn't see me. And I got some very interesting photos, but that is not important. Important was the experience, and I learned it from the height, sitting in the height, because I was observing the surrounding, what was happening around. So that actually helps. It is not like it's boring. It's not boring actually,
Tell
and
them
I
the
don't
sound
do
also,
anything
that
which is
sound,
boring.
tell them the sound click, 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 that mobile phone sound thing.
Aha, that was for the, yeah. That was also another learning.
Correct.
Uh,
This story is amazing,
in
guys.
the
Just listen
height.
to the story. It's amazing about adaptation
Yes.
and how actually we are so far less intelligent than the species that Dhritiman is shooting. We think we are very intelligent. Just hear the story. Hmm.
Yeah, so I was actually photographing mm, Bengal florican, another very very rare and endangered bird, and it is really difficult to get close photographs. Actually, I was with a research team from BNHS, and there were three birds, and it was in Pilibhit, Uttarakhand. Three birds, two birds were supposed to put PTT, a transmitter, on their back. So the team was engaged in catching the two birds, and one bird left, and I made a hide in the grassland to take the photo of the bird. And that bird, even from when I was in the hide, the bird was not coming close. It was very far and roaming around. And very interestingly, I had to reach the hide at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that grassland had one tigress with three cubs. It was Pilibhit Tiger Reserve, and I used to hear growling, alarm calls, and everything around me. I was alone. I never used a torch in the morning because that may disturb the bird. So I just in the darkness I used to reach the hide early in the morning, and afternoon time the bird actually used to move for rest. That time I used to come out of the hide. So it was happening like 7 days, the same routine. The bird was not coming close. But one day, what happened? I was clicking one uh, swamp francolin. It was very close. So this Bengal florica, what it was doing, they are very territorial, and in that grassland, it was a male, and during that breeding season, what they do a breeding jump, display jump. So when they uh, to impress the female. So Bengal florican, they jump with a pattern, and it's a routine thing. And in the morning they will come, they will do like 10 12 jumps just to impress the female, and then they will vanish. So during that jump they create a sound. It's like trrr, trrr. So when I was photographing this swamp,
Can you believe it, guys, that a bird is making this sound, trrrk, trrrk, trrrk kind of sound, which is, you don't think of that. You think of coo, coo. This is what we think. Now, this is such a
yeah,
machine kind of sound that a bird is sticking out with, which is fascinating.
exactly. Every jump it makes the sound.
Yeah.
Now, when I was not swamp frog, I was photographing the black francolin.
Okay.
So when I was photographing, my camera sound is quite similar. It's like trrr, trrr. So and the bird was a little far. I observed that bird with the sound, it became a little, uh, a little
Familiar.
tensed, and yeah,
Okay.
now tensed actually,
Huh.
because it was
Foreign,
waiting,
foreign sound. Yeah.
now it was thinking that some other male reached there, because they are
Okay.
very territorial. They don't
Okay.
allow another male in their
Huh.
grassland. In their so they that individual was the owner of that grassland. That male, female can be more, but male, like one male in that grassland. So that male thought another male came. So it was
Okay.
very excited. So when I observed, then I just did nothing that time. So I went back, and then next day, what I did in the morning, from the morning, I started. I reached early morning, and when the bird came, I started clicking the camera. I mean, putting some false shutter, like photographing. I
Trrrk,
think creating
trrrk.
the sound.
Huh. Huh.
The moment I created the sound, the bird came absolutely close to my
Amazing.
hide, and I got some photos.
Amazing. Amazing.
And in
Absolutely.
1.5 minutes, he realized also that it's
Yeah.
genuine.
Just like the bird impersonates natural sounds, Dhritiman also impersonates music, songs when he's bored. When he's not bored, I've heard him singing, and he loves Bengali and Hindi film songs. I've heard him singing at 19,000 feet. I've heard him singing in minus 30 degrees Celsius. I've heard him singing in the middle of the night when I can't sleep and I'm praying that chup karao bhai isko. but he's actually a very good singer. I must say this. Um, I know Dhritiman does a lot of. He's doing a lot of these talks and inspiring people and igniting minds. But today, especially for our audience, I would request Dhriti to sing a few
You want to
lines.
kill me?
No,
What?
that's the whole idea. You said knowledge, fear goes away. To embrace uncertainty. This is the wildlife moment, Dhritiman Mukherjee. Sing a few songs, a few lines to the audience, and especially I love that song that you sang of Manna De Ganchalo, that Bengali song.
Mukesh.
Mukesh, Mon Matal, beautiful. Shurul Chaudhary's composition, and me and Dhritiman have a common love for Shurul Chaudhary's music, and that is something we discovered in the 100 Days in Himalayas, and so much of Shurul Chaudhary you must have heard along the way. But I would request now Dhriti to sing
But
a few
I
lines.
talked so much. I mean, I talked so much. My voice is gone. I don't know.
Dhriti, this is such a middle class
I am.
excuse. I can't even tell you. Just try, Kar.
এটা সবচেয়ে বড়
I will hide
বিপদ আমি
myself.
আজ পড়েছি।
I'll hide myself. नीचे का head coat see that you don't want to
You
see me.
hide myself actually. You hide myself.
No, you cannot be hidden. Say, bolo.
মন
বাহ।
মাতাল সাঁঝ সকাল কেন শুধুই কাঁদে নিত্যকাল স্বপ্ন জাল মায়ায় কেন বাঁধে
বাহ।
মন মাতাল সাঁঝ সকাল কেন শুধুই কাঁদে সব চেনা লাগে মনে হয় কিছু চিনি না যে কে আপনার কে বাজে পর মোর মন লাগে না
বাহ।
কাজে দিফিনা প্রাণ বিনা কেন মিছে সাধে মন মাতাল
সাঁঝ সকাল
কেন শুধুই কাঁদে
Yeah! Awesome! Debut, Dhritiman Mukherjee. That's such a debut. Oh my God. Dhriti, you have sung in front of so many people.
My problem is I forget words. I don't know what I'm
That's
singing.
okay. That's okay. See, the places where you sing, there's nobody to listen to you. So that's why you've never considered on these things. Wildlife, birds, snakes, rhinos, crocodiles. तो तेरा जो भी word चलता है, जो भी करता है, तू करता है. Suddenly, in front of people, you're conscious. But that is the beauty of this beautiful friendship that I have with Dhriti, because I think he's unpredictable, he's talented, and he's shy. What an incredible combination this is. A lot of people have loved your song, Dhriti. Just for you to know, they are all giving claps, which is so later on you can see them. Thank you for all the.
The reason is they're lovely people, not because that song was not lovely.
So in this case, they are knowledgeable about the species that they are watching. Remember this.
Shantanu, I want to share one thing. I mean, because you are talking about the songs now. So I had some amazing experience in a remote place. For example, in for the first one was in Papua.
Okay.
So I was,
Papua, guys, there is a place in the world called Papua New Guinea. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so it was in West Papua. So
Okay.
Papua Island is divided by, it's owned by two countries, Papua New Guinea and Indonesia. So I was in West Papua. I went to photograph this part of paradise, very remote area. So we spent whole day in the forest, dense rainforest, remotest forest in the world. And so we walked and we came out of the forest. And the first house, so we could see the house of the village. We were walking. Suddenly I hear the song. Behti hawa saath aao. What?
God.
What? In Papua, I thought, what is this? Then I saw. When I was passing by the house, I saw the Three Idiots was actually playing in the television in that house. So I was so surprised. This is number one. And another surprise was in Svalbard. So Svalbard is in
Tell
Arctic.
them where Svalbard is, please.
Yeah,
Everybody
so
doesn't know.
Svalbard is in Arctic. It is north of Norway, and
The
it
way
is like
Dhritiman takes these names as if it is there's a house, there's a place near Lokhandwala or somewhere near Shambaja or something. Mane. This is Arctic, a place called Svalbard. So please tell this to people. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So I went there to dive in Arctic Ocean, and in the ice box and all. So I was in a small sailboat, very beautiful sailboat. This name was Sky Dancer. Like eight people, eight crew, and the captain. So captain was like a fantastic, jolly, and amazing guy. So what he did, the moment I uh, I mean, after one day, he got to know that I'm from India, and then he had a ukulele actually. So he
Oh.
told, he told me that, what is my favorite song. So he started playing Jubi Dubi Tama. What? I'm like, wow.
In Svalbard.
In Svalbard, and then I took the video also just to send you that. See, in Svalbard, it was the latitude was 81-degree north, so we sailed more north. So in 81-degree north, the captain of one sailboat was playing Jubidubi with ukulele, and that was a surprise because I know you. So that was the pleasure. Yeah, because someone's song and.
So let's, for the audience, let's do this one. What you heard there. Let's sing Zubi Dubi. Actually, I've not sung this song ever, because usually Shreya sing this. No. गुनगुनाती है ये हवाएं, गुनगुनाता है गगन, गा रहा है ये सारा आलम, जुबिडू पारम पम, zubidubi pampara, zubidubi param pam, zubidubi nache kyun pagal stupid man, tararara, zubidubi pampara, zubidubi param pam, zubidubi nache kyun pagal stupid man. Now just think of that small boat in Svalbard in the Arctic Ocean, in Dhritiman, and this Russian captain hearing this song there. शाखों के पत्ते गा रहे हैं, फूलों में भंवरे गा रहे हैं, दीवानी किरणें गा रही है, ये पंछी गा रहे, बगिया में दो फूलों की हो रही है गुफ्तगू, जैसा फिल्मों में होता है, हो रहा है हूबहू, आई 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 जुबी जुबी पप्पारा, जुबी पाराम पाम, जुबी नाचे क्यों पागल stupid man. Tararara, zubi pampara, zubi param pam. Hey, zubi nache kyun pagal stupid man.
Lovely.
And the beauty of this song is that not only this Russian captain in Svalbard, every child who didn't like to eat when they were small, their mothers put food in their mouth by playing this song. So this is the claim to fame of Zubidubidu. Okay. But Diti, I think what is amazing about music, and I think that's what you love music, is that after entire day of dealing with sometimes the extreme weather, sometimes uncertainty, uncertainty and how, just to tell you, this great wildlife photographer ने एक कौवा नहीं दिखाया मेरे को पूरे ट्रिप में 100 days in Himalayas. स्नो लेपर्ड नहीं दिखा, पांडा नहीं दिखा, कुछ नहीं दिखा. But that's the realization I realized कि हमको लगता है कि there's a zoo out there. No, it's your luck, it's your hard work. People spend 20 to 25 days, and sometimes you can see it in 2 hours. But the point here is that in those days and those trying circumstances, a song or music just gives you such amazing therapy. Am I right?
Absolutely.
And
music, for me, singing is a symbol of being happy. So, when I sit in front of the car, I always sing like anything with any words, knowing nothing.
Yeah. We'll go to that story I was telling you about, which is the story in Russia. where it's about the baby seal. Give the context. I'll say the first show, the photograph, and then you can take it from there. Look at this photograph, guys. This is such a gorgeous photograph. Tell me about this photograph, Diti. What is this?
Yeah, so this is from Lake Baikal, and during winter, the entire Baikal lake is frozen, and you can see. Uh, actually, uh, I in Russia I dived in two places during winter. In one in White Sea and in Lake Baikal. The difference between White Sea and the Baikal is very interesting. That's what I'm saying. So White Sea is salt water, sea, and this is freshwater. So Baikal is the biggest and the biggest freshwater lake in the world, biggest, deepest. A lot of things are there. It's a huge lake. So here the ice is transparent and more thicker, like 1 meter of ice. You can see it's 1 meter thick. So we had to cut the ice, which takes like 2 hours, and then we dived. In this lake, actually, there's a one seal species found here is called Baikal seal or Narpa seal, and that is the only freshwater seal in the world. Other seals are all saltwater, like the marine seals. This is the only freshwater seals, and they are very shy about human beings, especially the adults, because hunting happens. So that's why they're very shy. So I had a plan to do some underwater photography with the baby seals, because during this time period, end of March or it's like a uh, last time, end of winter. I mean, after 15 days, the this ice will be started to melt, and this time now, this baby, you can see this baby, they actually don't get to know that human beings are dangerous. So during a very shorter window, like 10-15 days, if we can find one baby seal, we can dive with them, because after 10-15 days they will get to know that we are very dangerous, and they will also escape like the adult seal. So, we were definitely again with forest department, and they, with the help of some dog, they found this baby one, and it's like a 10 days trip for a seal for a 15 minutes moment in the water. So that's it. So like 10 days we are looking for the seal, and then we did a couple of dives without seal to see the shape and the other things are under the Lake Baikal. So this is the den of the Baikal seal, the baby seal. So generally the baby seal enters in the lake through this hole. Okay, and they spend some time then, and they come back to breathe. They are mammals, they need to breathe, and for breathing they need to come out. They can't stay for longer. They have a certain time period they can stay inside the water, and it depends on the normal behavior and the threat. If some threat is there, they can stay longer, and otherwise it's a routine thing. They go inside and come out. And what we did, we made another hole just 20 meters away from this hole, and the moment the seal entered, the baby seal entered in the hole, we dove actually, and we came under the seal's hole. So you can see the seal is actually entering in the water through the ice surface. And very interesting thing is, they you know this all kind of babies, like human and the animal, so they learn very fast, they adapt very fast. So we observed a very interesting thing while diving. So it was coming in and going out to breathe. So it stayed with us for like 15 minutes. So in between it was coming in and out. And suddenly, when the seal discovered some free available air in the lake, you can see the photo. What is that black thing where the reflection is happening? That is actually a bubble. It's a big bubble. The air, what we were releasing from our cylinder, because it's a ice roof in the water. You can see what is the where the bubble is stuck is an ice roof. So, and the contour of the ice roof is not is like not very plain. It's undulated. So in a depression, this air the air which we were releasing from our cylinder, it stuck in those contour, and the reflection was happening in the air. So moment that baby discovered the air is available inside the water, so it started breathing from there. It was not going out. So that was a kind of adaptation they do so fast and they learn quick, and uh, then after spending some time, it went away. Went deep actually. So probably it went with its parents. So this is the hole we made. You can see one rope is there because someone needs to give a belay with the help of the rope. Otherwise, if we lose the hole, we cannot come back uh, here. We cannot find the hole actually. So that's why someone needs to give a belay. And that Russian guy, he was helping me to dive. You cannot dive alone. So yeah, so that was a great experience in frozen Baikal. And this is a situation you can. Oh, there's a very interesting episode. This is in White Sea. That one was I said the ice of Baikal is transparent, but here it is salt water. It's a opaque ice. You can't see the bottom. There you can see actually, and this is like a 7-8 inches to 12 inches layer of ice, and you can see those hearts. Those are temporary hearts. We actually brought it with the help of snowmobile, and that is our changing room also. It's a hot heart actually. So we create fire inside, and then because the outside temperature here was like -7, -8, water was -2 in the ocean, and in Baikal water was 0 because it's fresh water, and outside was much colder. In Baikal temperature was like -22, -23, so it's South Siberia is much colder. Though the latitude is much higher here in this Baikal is close to Mongolia, where we were diving, and this is much close to the Arctic, but still
Oh, sorry. I think Dhritiman automatically logged out. So what I'll do is, in the meanwhile, I will. I just want to say that this is such an amazing experience. I think he'll log back. I'll just tell him also, and then what we can do is that in the meanwhile, while he's coming back, I love these dramas, real life dramas. I think he'll log back. Did he just log back in again? আবার log in কর, হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে. He's back. Yeah, great. I'm surprised more of this happened. Dhriti, you are back, I think. Sorry. Yeah, superb.
Yeah,
it's wonderful. We'll go back to that photograph that we were talking about, and we'll change the photograph. Last one. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was very interesting. You can see this. This is the hole in. This was the hole in White Sea, and you can see the rope. The very interesting thing was there was a huge storm one day, and we were in the water. So this guy was giving belay on the surface. We didn't know what is happening on the top. So when we finished the dive, we found that the hole was completely closed with soft snow. We only could see the rope going through it. So then when we came back, what we saw, like the blizzard was happening outside. The guy was like cold with the storm and the snow was flying. And the funniest thing was the heart I showed that we actually took with the snowmobile. That one heart was there that actually flew away. Like 1.5 kilometers from that point. So we came out in the storm, and then we went to collect that heart from 1.5 kilometers, and that guy was so sincere. So, he had to wait for us because we were in the water and taking all the pain in storm and the blizzard. And
this is crazy.
Yeah.
Dhriti, don't ever get married, huh? My only advice to you is this. Dhriti, I want to ask you a serious question. We have talked for about an hour, and we'll now. I know you're not well, so I'll just wrap it up quickly now.
Yeah.
But one thing is that Dhriti, pretty much last 200 years, we as a human species have created mayhem. We have established ourselves as the most important species, and we have not cared for anybody else. And it's now reaching dangerous levels. What is the future? Can you tell me? You're on the ground level. You're working. What is the future? How can we reverse this cycle? Because it's we seem to be insensitive to other species. What is happening? What do you think is the solution?
This is a very, very, scary question actually.
Yeah.
But the problem is the cycle. No? Like in say 100 years back, our impact, the amount of change we create, yeah, the time period was much longer. Like the change you made in 20 years, now we are making in like 10 minutes. Like 100 years back, the impact of our wrong things, it's like you create an impact in the environment and everything, which took like 20 years. The same amount of impact we are doing in 10 minutes now.
True.
And we are losing species like anything now.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and it's a cumulative effect. And I don't know, I'm not sure about it. We always, I mean, in conservation it is said that it is most of the time it's a losing game. Like you have to play it. But
I don't want to think like that.
Yeah.
I still feel that because I'm from the world of movies. At the end of it, there has to be a happy ending, and I just hope that we can all work towards that happy ending, Dhriti, because individual efforts of one Dhritiman, Mukherjee, or second somebody, third is not good enough. We all have to hold hands and make small changes wherever we are, because it's scary.
Course.
That's absolutely scary.
Yeah. It starts from the home actually. So we can contribute with a small amount, everyone, and when we make it together, it will definitely help. But we have to try anyway. Otherwise, there is no option actually.
In India, Dhriti, which is the most precarious situation? In which part of India in terms of habitat, and where do you think, or what you've seen?
In my opinion or my observation, the problem is I told other places also, it's a miscalculation of profit and loss. So in most cases, we are thinking that, for example, if we encroach one wetland or one grassland, encroach means we are thinking, oh, this is the grassland, it's a wasteland, it's not forest, grassland, no, or wetland, it's doing nothing. Let's make a factory here or a housing society there. So the problem is we are not calculating the contribution of the wetland or the grassland. The species you see in the grassland, you will not see in other places. They are habitat specific. So once you lose it, you will not get it back. So it's a non-renewable loss. So the problem is there. So we have a understanding problem. So basically we think we will make money out of it, and actually we are losing much more than that. So in India, if you see, the problem is that habitat encroachment is a big problem, the fragmentation, and the forest is reducing every day, and we are also bifurcating the forest with roads, canals. A lot of things are happening, and dams, big dams. So I feel like if a solid awareness campaign, and if we convince people that actually we are making loss, not profit, then I am also I believe in business. So business in the sense you have to understand the value of the presence of a species or a ecosystem.
True.
So when you know the value, you will find that you are actually losing more than gaining some few crores.
I totally agree with you. And Dhritiman, I think one very important thing is that I believe that really these basic values needs to be starting from school. That's where the first time when somebody says to a student that a show of tigers photograph and says it is a dangerous animal, that's when we are losing the battle straight away. I think it's very important to put it out there. Just keeping that in mind, I just want to say that along with WWF India, you guys know I'm a brand ambassador for them for human wildlife coexistence. Very soon, I'm going to come out with a song for the first time. For basically, the campaign is about adopt a tree. This is a song which I have composed, and I have some of the very cute kids have sung this. It'll be coming out very soon. It's called Sunzara. It's an important song for me because many years back, in a museum in Paris, I had seen a photograph of a woodcutter with the axe in his hand, very tired in the afternoon and resting under a tree. I don't know, something about this visual is so amazing that the woodcutter who has come to cut the tree is taking rest under the same tree, a shade. This is really probably one of the most powerful images of conservation, and so I've created a song from that. Listen to it, share to it, and as we said, small changes. Many years, Dhriti, before we wrap up, I just want to say that a song of mine, which a lot of people sing, but somebody told me that this is actually a song for all the warriors who are working for conservation. And so I dedicate the song to you and everybody who's working in the world of conservation and everybody who's listening. It's a very popular song of mine, but the perspective is different. And when I sing the words, think of all the people who are working tirelessly in a battle which we're supposed to lose, but there's hope that no, we will not let this planet go waste by just the human
Exactly.
species. बहती हवा सा था वो, उड़ती पतंग सा था वो, कहाँ गया उसे ढूंढूं, हमको तो राहें थी चलाती, वो खुद अपनी राह बनाता, गिरता संभलता मस्ती में चलता था वो। हमको कल की फिक्र सताती, वो बस आज का जश्न मनाता, हर लम्हे को खुल के जीता था वो। कहाँ से आया था वो, छूके हमारे दिल को, कहाँ गया उसे ढूंढूं. I think one of the most important and relevant lines in this "Kahan Gaya Usse Dhoondho." It's really a search, it's really a hunt in the world of conservation. सुलगती धूप में छाँव के जैसा, रेगिस्तान में गाँव के जैसा, मन के घाव पे मरहम जैसा था वो. हम सहमे थे रहते कुएं में, वो नदिया में गोते लगाता, उल्टी धारा चीर के तैरता था वो. बादल आवारा था वो, यार हमारा था वो. कहाँ गया उसे ढूंढूं, कहाँ गया उसे ढूंढूं, कहाँ गया उसे ढूंढूं. Thank you, Dhritiman, for being part of this Adda. So phone ta is busier than the Prime Minister. Ki koi cheez. But I want to share a very important news with the people who are watching is that very soon, when the lockdown is over and things are normal, Dhritiman and me will be doing an incredible journey in the coast of Alangya, right from Bay of Bengal to Gujarat, along the coast, where we're discovering the biosphere and the people and their lifestyles. This is the second trip that we're taking after Himalayas. The lockdown, we decided, yaar, bahut ho gaya. We've been missing each other. So let's do this trip. So very soon we can share many of these stories. This is coastal India journey that Dhritiman and I will do. Thank you, Dhritiman. I know you were unwell, but thank you for being there. Thank you for being the champion for conservation, and thank you for sharing your stories through your photographs so beautifully and touching people's heart and inspiring people. Love you so much. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you to all the people who are listening. Actually, thanks to all the people. I mean,
That's true.
A lot of people are
That's
taking
true.
a lot of time.
That's true. Imagine today's day and age, a lot of people listening to a subject and topic like this is also it's also a tribute to them, because I think again that's the hope that no, I think we will win this battle against the planet, because we will have to survive, and in this beautiful world that we live in, we have to see beautiful trees, beautiful animals, and I think we can do it. Thank you, Dhritiman. Thank
Sure.
you once again. Thank you all of you who have been there. Love you all. These addas are getting less and less frequent because now the world is opening up. It's no longer we are like cocooned in the home. So that's it. But I think you take care and love you all. And thanks for being with us. And please share the story of conservation with people, whatever Dhriti has told you. Okay. Love you so much. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.